how can you sell a product that does not have social proof? I understand that this is a huge situation, if we want to label it that, for newer brands. And honestly, like, okay, if you don't want to do 1,000 reviews at the top, or like if you don't want to essentially lie about the reviews that you have, then that's entirely understandable. So what we actually need to do is just put product inside of hands of people that look like our customer. So whether that is doing it inside of the product images, I'm so big on the product images, especially if you saw the templates. The templates have your product images like outline. I'm so big on product images because going back to our training last week where we talked about 50% of people don't scroll below that add to cart button. They're shopping the product images and they're shopping the offer and the guarantee. So the guarantee can go back up to your first question too, by the way. But your fourth question, just really getting product in the hands of people who look exactly like your customer avatar, showcasing that social proof. You might not have the as seen in press release. You might not have the amount of reviews yet, but what you can do is literally put your product in hands of your customer avatar. And and yeah, Sebastian, you want to add here? Just because I saw
Yeah,
you.
like, you can definitely, to the point of like putting it in the hands of customer avatar, like that doesn't always necessarily mean like you have to go out and find a UGC creator or like an influencer either. So like you could get, order some samples and then utilize like friends and family to just get some more like natural content that you can then utilize like on the website and stuff. Like we always tell people, like especially when it's a situation where, you don't want to go out and spend thousands of dollars on new UGC creation and all this other content when you're literally just like starting out, right? So you can go to friends and family, get them to record 15 to 30 second, like them holding the product with and just talking about like the benefits of it, like different things like that. So I can help you to kind of collect like this initial content that you can use as social proof until you start bringing in more customers and then, going out there and collecting more and more. So this will kind of like bridge the gap in this initial instance. Because yes, like Brandon said, like you don't have thousands of reviews you have to utilize. So you kind of have to pick and choose like what you're displaying on there. So like what you can do in terms of going out and finding that initial like customer avatar content, with friends and family or anything else. Like maybe you can't afford to like do, a massive like UGC creator, but you could probably possibly just even go on Fiverr or different groups and, pay someone like a shorter, like a smaller amount just to simply take a few photos of it in hand. I've even seen like in other instances where like they literally just always keep the product with them, and just whenever they're just out and they just meet someone, they always ask them like, "Hey, like, would you be able to take a picture with this or anything like that?" So like, there's different ways that you can kind of go about that, to kind of like help navigate in terms of collecting social proof in the beginning until you actually start building up more and more reviews from there.
Yeah. Um, and then honestly, this kind of segues right to your other question about the best way to go about getting influencers for your product as well. Because, like I said, just putting your product in hands of your ideal customer, someone who looks like your ideal customer. Sure, it can be your customers. Like when you go ahead and get customers, definitely like you can give them incentives to get back content from you. Absolutely do that. Sure, UGC creators. But I did do a training on influencer marketing, whitelisting. I don't know if you seen that training. I don't think you were on it, Jacqueline, but we definitely do have the recording, so I do encourage you to watch it. And I can also send you the standard operating procedure for this as well. So what I mean by this is, uh, I mean, I'm not going to go through the whole training. Watch the training because the training was probably like one of my best videos. I didn't even want to. Yeah, I did want to do it, but it was like this is like super valuable. So I was like questioning if I should do it. I was like, no, I'm just going to do it. Anyway, watch the training. But how should you go about partnering with influencers? So first thing, make sure they look like your ideal customer, or make sure they have influence over your ideal customer. And then honestly, after you watch the training, honestly, I would reach out to them for affiliate deals and not for like a regular post. But we want like we want them to have yeah, we want consistent content from the UGC creator. That training literally is like an hour long, talking about like the whole strategy of how I'm using influencer marketing nowadays. And I'm not doing it for regular organic posts, but I'm using it so that I can get ad creative from them. So we want to set them up on affiliate deals, and then we want to run ads to their affiliate link. That's pretty much what we want to do. There's some couple of different nuances inside of that training, but there's a couple awesome things that I've come to learn. Sebastian, let me share my screen real quick. There's a couple awesome things that I've come to learn recently, and I definitely do want to show you because it's awesome. So let's see. I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you guys this. So inside of Meta, there, oh, Creator Marketplace. Here it is. So this is a new feature inside of Meta. But if you're inside of Meta now, like there's a creator marketplace, and I'll do a whole video. This started with TikTok. TikTok has their own creator marketplace, and this is how I began working with TikTok creators. But now Meta recently launched their own, and you have access to like all of these different creators on here, and you can start to go like follow your partnerships on here and keep organized with them, like almost like a CRM for your influencers outside of like your affiliate program. So you can do it by different interests or by the gender of the creator, the age of the creator, how much followers they have, or accounts engaged, right? This is super awesome. Are they a verified account? And who their also who their audience is. This is massive on who their audience is. So on Meta now, there's basically a creator marketplace. This is where you can find them at your disposal and start to put some programs around this. This is awesome. But yeah, I would like you to work with them with as affiliates, absolutely, and then work out some deals with them. I just please watch that training. It's awesome.